Good morning, all of you. In previous session itself, we were discussing that different types of disease-causing organisms, symptoms, and mode of transmission. All these things we were discussed in previous session itself. So overall these in previous sessions with this overall information, what we got an idea. Here we got an idea the diseases are spread through polluted environment or contaminated environment. Means what? Surrounding environment is always filled with pathogens. Always filled with pathogens. Means what? We are not making hygienic conditions. Actually, stagnant water is present. Stagnant water is present. Cesspools are present, and in some of the areas, always if you take the all fecal matter, urine, all these things were present in the surrounding environment itself. Actually, whenever this water was not in floating, it gives the shelter for habit for the vectors. Means just like houseflies or mosquitoes. So, in such condition, to control the diseases, first of all, we should control the vector population. To control the vector population. How can you control the vector population? For example, wherever the vectors are present, there itself, if you develop allows the one of the fish is nothing but called gambusia. The gambusia can, the fish was eat the larvae of houseflies and mosquitoes. Then automatically the disease vectors, the disease causing organisms. The vectors means the organisms which will respond to carry the disease causing organisms is going to be controlled. Then automatically the vector population will be reduced. Then the diseases cannot spread from one person to another person. And one more thing is the diseases can be transferred through contaminated food, water, and air. Means, for example, if you take typhoid, pneumonia, common cold, ascariasis, all these things were transferred from one person to another person because of this contaminated food, water, and air. Right. Good morning, all of you. See here. The diseases can be transferred to the help of some of the contaminated food, water, and all those things. Air also is responsible for the transfer of the diseases from one person to another person. For example, if you take typhoid, pneumonia, common cold, ascaris, all those things will be comes under transfer with the help of the contaminated food water. And at the same time, if you take vector-borne diseases means what? Those diseases can be transferred from one person to another person with the help of vectors. So vectors means what? The organisms which carry disease causing organisms are nothing but called vectors. Vectors are not at all responsible for the disease, but these are responsible for the carrying of the disease causing organisms. Why is the example for that? Dengue or chikungunya will becomes under that. Here, all those things, if you control the population, vector population also, then automatically the population is going to be decreased. The diseases are going to be controlled. Now, here, all these things are the preventive measures to avoid diseases. Maintaining hygienic food, hygienic environment, free from vectors, free from the disease causing organisms, taking proper diet. All those things are the preventive methods to avoid the diseases. Unfortunately, a disease causing organism was attacked you. Then, how can you fight against to that? Here, generally there were mentioned some concepts in our textbook itself, but first of all I will explain a generalized concept regarding immunity. Means what? Immunity means what? A special system which was present in our body is responsible to fight against the disease causing organism. Is nothing but what? Immunity. For example, let us take corona. It's caused by virus COVID-19. Virus COVID-19. In corona COVID-19, what is the secret RNA? And we knew that RNA is highly reactive. RNA is highly reactive and unstable. And this is a pandemic disease. Corona is a pandemic disease. Means it can affect the population, group of people, crowd. It's nothing but called considered as a pandemic disease. Because of this corona, the entire world was panic. Now, let us discuss about this one. It was enters into the India January or February itself. And in March itself, the lockdown was happened in India. So, at March, April, May, at the time, we got panicked about this COVID-19 itself, and we are really afraid. Really afraid. But whenever we reach to August, September at the time, the corona was less intense. The corona was less intense. Means what? Is it was not showing that much impact on human beings. Here, in this condition, two things may happen. Two things may happen. What are those? Here, the disease causing organism, the virus, may become weak. The reason is what? In that the genetic material is RNA, it was reacted with some other and it was may become weak. If not, our immune system was became strong. Our immune system became strong. Means what? If you are exposed to something again and again in the sense, then automatically your body was ready to face that condition as a normal environment. Means, for example, nowadays it's a cool environment. Early in the morning, whenever if you come out of the home, you will feel cool, too much. But if you perform exercise, physical exercise or physical outfits or any other work out of your house, within half an hour, your body is going to generate the heat. And you won't feel cool also. Means what? You are adapted because of long exposure. Here, in this condition also, we were exposure of these organisms, then our immune system became strong. And one of the analysis was given on August and September itself, whether you are following the news or not. They were mentioned one of the point, everybody was suffered from corona. But because of that, because of our precautionary methods, or the vaccine, the virus may become weak. That's why we are surviving. Like that, they were given that information. Clear? Means what? From January till the December, if you observe, nothing was happened because of long exposure of the disease-causing organism. Because of long exposure of the pathogen, our immune system, immune system means what? The system which is responsible to fight against the disease-causing organism. Our immune system was ready to fight against the disease-causing organism. It became enough strong. Means what? Our immune system was ready to read the sequence of the virus, and against that, it is going to produce the antibodies to kill that. So, we won't show that severe symptoms. We may show the symptoms for the COVID-19 is breathlessness, wheezing, unable to take the breath, lung damage. All those things will become under the symptoms. Here, the symptoms remain exhibit as like common cold, but not severe condition. That much effective system was present in our body. That much effective system was present in our body itself. But we are not giving that much time to fight against the disease-causing organisms. The reason is what? Here in mammals, there is more, but in human beings, it became too much care. Too much care. Nowadays, the parents were not giving the chance to kids to interact with the disease-causing organism. If you are suffering from the cold in the sense, immediately citrussine. If your body temperature was raised in the sense, immediately paracetamol. If you are suffering from cough and cold means Saradine means Saradol. If any damage has happened in the sense, immediately go to hospital and there is much damage. Some antibiotics. No need. All those things were no need. If you give some specific time, automatically your immune system will become strong. it can be prepared by antibodies to fight against the disease-causing organisms. Once you ask about parents and grandparents, there is no medicines at all at that time, and they were too much strong nowadays. Once you check, even nowadays the kids, if the place was changing, the cells suffering from cough and cold. The reason is what? The air is going to be changed, the water is going to be changed. So all those things were showing the impact on the immune system in the society itself. The society, your generation was became weaker, and the next generation is almost will become weaker. That's it. The images, the shape, the structures will be present, but they are hopeless. There is no use at all with the next generation. There is no second issue because of a lot of care. Everything you take in your home itself, I think so when we get all the types of the medicines. Clear? Now, the system which was fight against the disease-causing organism is nothing but immune system. What is the function of the immune system? The immune system is responsible for to detect the antigen and foreign particles or disease-causing organisms. That is the function of immune system. And with respect to the disease-causing organisms, it can be prepared antibodies. It can be prepared antibodies to fight against the antibodies to fight against the disease-causing organism is nothing but called immune system. Is nothing but called immune system. Here, in human being, the immune system is two types. One is innate immunity, and another one is acquired immunity. Innate immunity and acquired immunity. Here, what is the difference between these two? Innate immunity means the immune system, immune core will become by birth. We will get the immunity by birth itself is what called innate immunity. Acquired immunity means what? We will be acquired. Will be acquired by experiencing with the disease-causing organism. That is acquired immunity. Next, here innate immunity is non-specific. It was non-specific. Collectively, whatever the disease-causing organism, whatever the pathogen it is, it's going to work maximum to avoid that, to kill, to neutralize the functioning of the disease-causing organism. That is innate immunity. It's non-specific. Whatever the disease-causing organism it is, on that it's going to show their effect. And here, acquired immunity means species-specific. Acquired immunity means what? It is a species-specific. Means on the basis of the specialized in the sense, for example, if you take typhoid, causes salmonella type. So here, this immune system can act on that bacteria only, but not another. That is nothing called species-specific. Here, the specific antibodies were prepared in our body itself. Those antibodies can fight against that salmonella typhi only, but not another. That is acquired immunity. Now, let us discuss about innate immunity. Innate immunity. Here, in innate immunity, there are four types of the innate immunities who are there will acquire by both itself. What are those? Those are four types over there. There are four innate immunity. over there is nothing but called barriers. There are four different types of the barriers were there. What are those? One is physical barriers, another one is physiological barriers, cellular barriers, and interferons. Here, what is an example for physical barrier? Example for physical barrier is skin. Example for physical barrier is skin. So here you may imagine what is the function of the skin. What is the function of the skin? Skin is responsible for the protecting the all body parts. Protecting the all body parts. Here, just imagine your body without having skin. Just imagine. Without having skin, how is your body? So here the entire environment was filled with the pathogen itself. So if there is no skin in the sense, the disease causing organisms, the pathogens were ready to attack on your body itself. So the skin acts as a physical barrier. The skin is acts as physical barrier. It can prevent the entry of the disease causing organisms into your body. That is, will be captured the birth itself. Clear? Next, physiological barriers. Here, the examples for physiological barriers is, for example, if you take abdomen and stomach, if you take abdomen, salivary juice is present. Salivary juice. At stomach, HCl is present, hydrochloric acid. Actually, if you observe in say test 1, 16th chapter, digestion and absorption, if you observe, these two things were responsible for to kill the pathogens. They were not allowed. They were not allowed to develop the pathogen at these places itself. And for example, if you take the one more thing is also at eyes, tears. They were not allowed to develop the disease-causing organisms, kill the pathogens. This also will be gathered by both itself. Here, cellular barriers means you that cells. What are the different types of these cells? For example, lymphocytes, nucleus, WBC cells. Polymorphonuclear cells, white blood cell cells, and some of the natural killer cells. Natural killer cells. Those are also belongs to one of the type of lymphocytes itself. Lymphocytes itself. Here, what is the function of all those things here? All these things are whenever the disease causing organisms were entered into your body, these are fight against to that. That is about cellular barriers. And next, not interference, next one is cytokinin barrier. Next one is cytokinin barriers. These cytokinin barriers is the affected cells. Here, the cytokinin barriers means these are virus infected cells. the virus infected cells itself can produce a protein. Protein is nothing but called interferon. Cytokinin virus means what? Virus infected cells. These virus infected cells can produce proteins nothing but called interferons. These interferons are protect the neighboring cells. Protect the neighboring cells from the viruses already which was affected. Clear? Like this, all these things are the different types of innate immunity which is responsible to protect the human being. All these things will be get by bone itself: skin, mouth, stomach, eyes, lymphocytes, polymorphonuclear cells, natural